Coming to you live from the North Rink here at the rinks in Hauppauge. It's time for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on the LI Sports Network. Joined alongside Johnny Malizia running the camera, his final shift before going back to Fairfield University. I'm Brady Campbell, joining you tonight from the North Rink, first of three here on the North. And we start things off with a developmental matchup between the 6-5-0 Kings Park Commack Knights and the Connetquot Sayville Thunderbirds, sitting at 1-11-0, trying to get back into the win column after a tough 9-1 loss just about a week ago against East Islip. Nathan Burns getting the lone goal for them, and they've suffered 8 straight losses. Their only win came back in October, 6-5 thrilling victory over Longwood. Liam Rakos, the game-winning goal with just 20 seconds left. They're looking to get things done tonight against a tough KPC team that sits only 3 points behind West Islip for third place. They have lost 2 straight, though, so they're hungry for a victory as well. Well, KPC dominated the first 2 meetings between these 2 teams. Can Connetquot Sayville take their lessons from the first 2 matchups into this one here tonight? Puck drop on the way next here after the national anthem on LI Sports Network. national anthem concluded. Hockey on the way next as we get a look at our starting goaltenders. Defending the goal to our left in the home white uniform tonight, number 31, Grant Calder. He's appeared in 11. He started 9, 6.79 goals against, trying to get that down a little bit and help his team get his second win and the team's second win of the season. He's 1-7-0-1. To our right, in the road maroon, number 31, Jack Antico. He started 10 games, 4.20 goals against, 6-4-0-0 in those 10 games he has played. And he is the only goaltender for KPC with a record above 500. He started most of the games so far this year. All but one. That was started by Nicholas Forcina. Connetquot Sayville going left to right. Kings Park Commack right to left. Puck is down. We are underway, and the Knights control the opening faceoff. Zarnecki throws it across. Intercepted, though, and held in the zone by Jake Gasek. And then Gasek once more at the blue line. Holds it in. Rocco takes the puck, though, and steers it back out. And right back in comes Jonathan Kotsonis wearing number 3. Puts it into the corner. Backhanded it to the line, and it hops the stick of Matthew Fielding and back out. Now, Raymond Ruslowitz holds the line there with Kotsonis. They're on sides. Zarnecki, though, closed them off quickly. And he has time in the corner, wraps it around to the near side boards. Firing up the ice is Henry Schenkel. Schenkel from the blue line will just wrist it around and let his forwards go to work. At the half wall, bounces out to the circle where it's taken and played away by Max Bermudez. And then Bermudez gave it away to the circle, a shot, and KPC right out of the gates gets on the board. It's going to be a steal for Jake Rocco. And he just turns the corner here on Bermudez and roofs one over the blocker of Calder. And just like that, KPC off to the 1-0 lead. Just over a minute into the hockey game. Antoniou trying to respond, and he does! Back-to-back goals, one from each side, and we're tied. Oh, Joel Antoniou leading the team in goals now with his 11th here. Right off the face-off. A little bit of a tricky shot there for Antico. He puts it over his blocker, and we're tied. Give Benjamin Hoffman and Cameron Haggerty the assists. Meanwhile, before the puck drop here, Christian Clemens from the T-Birds locker room to the bench as he enters the game here, and we're already tied at 1. Another try towards the front. KPC trying to come back, diving on a Calder, and he's able to get the whistle. Those goals separated by just 10 seconds. Rocco scored a minute 7 in. 10 seconds later, Antoniou with the answer. And a huge goal for the Thunderbirds, who, as we mentioned, only one win here on the season, trying to get back in the win column. Tough start falling behind, but they wasted no time getting it tied up. But here comes KPC scoring again. From the line, Lee wrists it home. It's 2-1 Knights. See Hayden Lee here at the right point. Just able to get that shot off in time through traffic. Not sure if Calder saw it. And boy, if you just tuned in, you missed an exciting opening minute and a half here. It's a 2-1 lead for the Kings Park Commack Knights. Pelk behind the goal, stumbles down. It comes around to the near side. This is Edwin Ramirez, couldn't quite get it out. A shot on from distance trickles in. Thrown in from the point by Nick Pulis. Looks like it may have handcuffed Calder a bit. It makes it 3-1 KPC as he's able to hold it in. Wrist shot, Connor gets a piece, not quite enough. So a 3-1 lead for KPC just over 2 minutes in. 2 minutes and 1 second into the game was when Pulis' goal was scored. Now it's Herfel. Danica Herfel. Right up the middle, tries to cut back, had it knocked away and cleared out towards Ramirez. Pelk from the red line. And Alexander Pelk gets it deep. Comes around towards the blue line here and just back out to center where Pulis will restart. Pulis red line and in. Pulis to the circle, shoots, and he scores. Back-to-back goals for Nicholas Pulis. It's a 4-1 lead for the KPC Knights. How about this? The defenseman just winding it up here. Full ahead of steam into the attacking zone and sneaks that one blocker side. And what a start for the Knights. A 1-0 lead, quickly answered 10 seconds later, but they come back with 3 straight here in the opening couple of minutes. Now it's Etweiler for Antoniou. He has the goal for Connetquot Sayville. Had the puck knocked away there as the T-Birds look to come back and get one of their own. It's played up the boards, and out comes Kings Park Commack once more. This is Schinkel. Takes it wide, powers in, and then was cut off at the last moment by Ryan Donnelly. And Antoniou, the captain for Utweiler. Stick lifted by Rocco. Antoniou, the steal. Has a teammate down low. He's going to take it himself. Backhand, just able to sneak it in. Joel Antoniou's got his second. And the T-Birds come back. It's a 4-2 game. Had the steal. Had his teammate Tyler Kengott going towards the goal as well, but takes it in himself. The patience to outweigh Antico, who gets a stick on it. Not quite enough, and it slides over that line. It's a 2-goal game, and then right off the draw, Ruslowitz gets tripped up by Rocco after he drilled Rocco off the face-off. And their first penalty of the game upcoming now, and it's a tripping call against Kings Park Commack. And so to the power play goes Connetquot Sayville, and got a little bit of a stoppage here. What a start. Not even 5 minutes in. First of 3 games here tonight. Lone developmental game. All the other teams in that division have off. We got 2 varsity matchups coming up next. Here's Ruslowitz off the apron to start the power play. And now a chance for KPC to clear, and they will. And looking for a shorthanded chance, and firing it just wide was Owen Neidert. To the line, held in. Neither can shoot it. He leads KPC in all 3 offensive categories. 10 goals, 6 assists this season. This is offside against Connetquot Sayville. Jake Rocco, a minute 7 in, 10 seconds later, Antoniou. Not even a half minute later, Hayden Lee. Not long after that, Nick Pulis again, Joel Antoniou again, and that's where we stand, a 4-2 hockey game as we approach 5 minutes in to this first period. And here's Neidert again, shorthanded. Over the line, fakes 1-on-3, had it knocked away, gets to it in the corner. He'll just play it softly behind. Now it's Clemens. Clemens got to the blue line, got dumped by Lee. Chance here to clear for KPC. They do. 45 left on the penalty. 9.5 left here in the wild opening period so far. Pulis will just wind it up behind his own goal, look to clear, and banks it ahead. His team in a change, and we get a whistle. Do we have a penalty, perhaps? As that was certainly close to too many players. Not sure what exactly the call is. Doesn't appear like anyone else is going in the box, but the faceoff will go down into the KPC zone here with 24 left on the penalty. Puck held in and deflects in on goal, and that one sneaks through. Hoffman just wrists it in from the blue line. Couldn't get much on it as he was just able to hold it in. It's a power play goal. He got slowed up, deflected just a little bit by Herfel, and Antico trying to handle it with the stick there. And it just bounced over his stick and into the net. And they don't ask how, they ask how many. And Hoffman and Connetquot Sayville will take it. We're back to a one-goal game again. And here comes KPC trying to respond. Oh, what a move by Pulis. Ran out of real estate. It's covered by Calder. Showing off the mitts there. 8:53 left. 7 goals up on the board so far here in the first. An absolute barn burner here in the first period. Cleared out by CSY, and now it's Pulis. Pulis brings it in. Does he have another one? Shoots, Calder fought it off. This is Cullinan towards the goal. Slowed up behind. Wrap try! Doesn't go. It was wrapped right back underneath the sprawled out Calder. He had no clue where it was. But he got the benefit of the doubt here on the try from Pelk. Just needed about another step or so to slide that into the empty cage. Wrapped it right back into the crease. And under Calder. And now Ramirez gets to it from the red line. Plays it in. And Schinkel with time. Off the glass. Donnelly holds it in. Donnelly down to the circle. Look, shoots, missed. Around towards Ramirez. Ramirez taking off the puck. Great job holding it in there and thwarting a potential 2-on-1 by Fielding. Eventually it does come out, though, for Charlie Remsen. Remsen gets knocked down. And it's played back in by Brieg. Brendan Brieg, the steal for a moment, and eventually it gets worked back out. And Schinkel again. Up the boards, not out. It was held in by Deloa. Schinkel takes it before it gets to the goal, and he'll look over his options here. Forecheck pressure from Connetquot Sayville. Donnelly holds it in. Great stick, though, by Schinkel. There he is. Gave it up to Donnelly, and Donnelly will play it back out. Daniel Weiss drops it off. And bringing it in is Mason Zarnecki. Zarnecki takes it wide, cuts back from the top of the circle off the glove of Calder. Hustling to it in the corner. And going down, we play on here though. There's Brendan Brieg, and it gets cleared out by the T-Birds. Now D to D Schinkel. Takes a big hit from Aiello at the blue line, knocked him down. And then got back up, got a stick on that pass. Helped out by Remsen, and he'll throw one on goal. That's stopped and covered by Calder with 6:54 left in the opening period. And play starting to slow down just a tad. Certainly the goal scoring. 7 goals up on the board, all within the first 6 minutes. Faceoff was won all the way to that far side and wrapped behind the cage, and now fired hard around. And neither will have to get back on it after Timothy Dexter guilty of icing. Well, we mentioned during the pregame that these two teams did meet twice already this season, as we're nearing the end of the regular season here in the next month or so. And well, they both went to KPC as Lee loads up a slapper this time that just missed. Off the end boards and covered again by Calder. September 20th and November 5th. September 20th, a dominant win for KPC. Pulis 2 goals and an assist. Antico just a 1 goal out, 3 goals for Rocco. Neither had a goal and 2 assists. In that second game, which was a 7-5 win. So, Connetquot Sayville getting closer here against a tough KPC team as a save made by Antico on Neidert, who then centers it, and it hit off the stick of Calder. And he covers. My apologies. I believe I called him Antico. Antico's down the other end for KPC. Tie up in the circle here, poked at Rocco, puts a shoulder into Hoffman. Rocco, center, shot on, wouldn't go. Forcino with the look. It comes back out for Danica Herfel. Herfel dumps it in. Now some time here for the T-Birds. Pass though a bit behind Katsonis. This is going to be an icing once again against the Thunderbirds. Face-off will come back down towards Calder with 5:28 left in period number 1. Connetquot Sayville varsity team getting ready back there. They're up next against Middle Country. Herfel off the face-off shot, bounced down and wide, and then steered on from a tough angle. Calder holds his ground. Another try, goal! What a shot from the line, and that should be a hat trick for Pulis. Didn't have much time to let that one go, but boy, did he ever. Rolls out to him, under pressure. Don't believe any other Knights touched it, and that right under the bar. What a shot that was. 5-3, KPC gets an insurance goal with plenty of time left in this hockey game, and that feels like an understatement with all the goals that have been scored so far. A first period hat trick, though, for Nicholas Pulis. Goals number 5, 6, and 7 on the season. Zarnecki looking to clear. Donnelly held it in. This shot hit his teammate Burns. Now it's Schinkel. Trying to dance through. A good stick that time by Fielding. Turns it around, and back in come the T-Birds. Shot flipped on. Saved by Antico. He made the save on Clemens. And it's cleared back out. Antonio under pressure. Take away Schinkel. Schinkel moving in. Dances through. Schinkel from a tough angle. It lands in the crease and played away. Not out though. Henry Schinkel holds it in. Tried to roof it, and Calder held his ground but dropped the puck there right in the crease at his feet. Could have been disastrous for Connetquot Sayville. No icing here, and Schinkel has to get back on it. Burns on the forecheck. This is Zarnecki. Plenty of room and time here, and he'll just take advantage of it and take it in. Cuts to the backhand, forehand. A tough angle try was stopped. Cleared to the line and just out before Schinkel could get there. And then from just shy of the blue line, wrists it in. 3.5 to go, first period. From the North Rink, Brady Campbell with you alongside Johnny Malizia on the camera. It's played to the point, but out as Zarnecki wasn't quite at the line there. And he'll just steer it in from the red line and go for a change. Turnover, Pelk. Pelk, wrister, May caught her, juggled it, and catches it in the trapper. Defensive zone draw win for Connetquot Sayville. Up the boards, Neidert held it in. Dances to the circle, hold, shoots, he scores! What a shot blocker side. Neidert on the board, 6-3. So after Connetquot Sayville battled back from a 3-goal deficit to get within 1, it's right back to a 3-goal deficit. How about that shot? So KPC, their lead back up to 3. 6-3 here in the final 3 minutes. Looking for more. Back in, Neither curls. Holds on to it. Drags from the same spot. This time he pulled it wide. Team leading 11th goal on the season. Penalty upcoming here against Connetquot Sayville. And KPC trying to make it not matter too much, but it was shot high by Remsen. Neither curls. It's a collision in the corner. That's going to be the penalty here. To the bench, Antico is Neither with the centering pass. Fanned on there in the slot. Zachary Sklar is not too happy with himself, but he and his team will get the power play opportunity. With just over 2 minutes left in the period. KPC looking to extend the lead late in the period. Pops out towards the high slot. Great pass that time. The shot, though, not getting much on it, was DeMundo. Pops out towards the point. The shot gets wristed wide. Takes a big bounce off the end boards, and it's back underneath Cotter. 1:50 left. This is a KPC team who's one game over 500. Off to a good start here tonight. Came in -3 on the goal differential. Trying to change that here as the shot right off the face-off goes wide. Comes free at the side of the net. Rocco trying to stuff it in front. Got it through. Connor, it popped up in the air and he was able to snag it. Juggling act from Grant Cotter. Point blank save that time on DeMundo. Got a piece of it with the glove. It reactionary there, accidentally popped it up and then was able to snag it. Another face-off win though for KPC, and Pulis a shot. Stopped again by Connor. Haggerty off for roughing. And it's poked back out by Burns here, short-handed. Burfell boxed him out. Burns, though, able to work it deeper. And here comes KPC back in. They have a 4-on-3 here if they push it. Shot from the outside, angles wide from Neidert. Comes towards the line. Herfel steps up. Broxmeyer looking to throw the cross. Pulis races over to it, but Burns lifted his stick. And Connetquot Sayville just able to clear. Final minute of the first period, the steal. And Tanier sitting on 2 goals. Moving in short-handed. Can he catch up to it? He cannot. Antico with the poke check. Great back check as well by Nider. Meanwhile, a shot, or rather Pulis, a shot goes wide there. Short-handed look for Connetquot Sayville. Final half minute of the power play and the period. Back into Mundo, throws one towards the goal. Cowder's got it. Final minute here of the first. We got action on the South Rink as well. 3 games, freshman hockey going on right now. And Ryan Brannigan has you covered over on the South Rink with Wally Mitchell on the cam. Another face-off win for KPC. A shot missed wide. Burns trying to bring it out. He takes a tumble, and there is going to be a penalty upcoming. Tripping. I believe it's against Goldberg. Goes palms up there in disagreement. But it will become a 4-on-4 for 6 seconds. And then a brief power play to start the final 12 seconds of period number 2. And a chance here for Connetquot Sayville. Still very early in this game here in the final seconds of the first, but find themselves down 3 again. Trying to shift the momentum here. But it's clear down the ice. That'll just about do it for period number 1. That will do it for period number 1. So it will be a minute 49 of power play time for Connetquot Sayville to start the second. They trail by 3 after 1, and what a first period it was. 9 total goals up on the board. Still a 3-goal lead for KPC, but still a ways to go. Buckle your seatbelts. We'll be back for period number 2 momentarily on the LI Sports Network. Back for the second. Suffolk County High School Hockey League action here on the LI Sports Network. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Johnny Malizia on the camera. It's a 6-3 lead. Yes, you read that right after 1 period of play for Kings Park Commack over Connetquot Sayville at the developmental division. It's still a minute and a half of power play time, though, for the T-Birds to start the middle frame as they try and climb back into it. They were down 4-1 in the first, and they made it a 4-3 game before 2 more from KPC. Zarnecki will just play it in softly and give up possession to Hoffman. And then a giveaway here. Pelk short-handed into the glove of Cotter. Good shot there from Pelk. Got a let's go KPC in the comments before the game from Stephanie Pelk. Their team has the 3-goal advantage currently. And an offensive zone faceoff here shorthanded. Gasek, though, will bring it back out for CSY, and he'll get it deep. It's a foot race. Snyder gets to it. Chips it around Kotsonis and then gets through Gasek as well and leaves it off for a teammate in Weiss. He's ahead 2-on-2 with Nider. Weiss Trying to throw the cross. Fanned on it. Sklar quickly on goal. Bouncing puck. Still loose. Chipped in front. Nobody home. And the betterment of the chances here on this power play have belonged to the shorthanded team. Flipped out. Ruslowitz, though, trying to change that as he dances in. Heads after it. Back on it. Trying to fight off the checks of Neider, but he wins that battle. Banks it towards the line. Haggerty holds it in and shoots it behind. Lee. Just the final seconds here of the power play. Moves it up the boards to the line. Held in. Hoffman the shot. Redirected down. Came right through the slot. And out the other side. A shot back door misses wide as KPC navigates the power play. Still trying to get it out though here as Connetquot Sayville dialing up the pressure. Hoffman the shot. Sticked away by Antico. Two-on-two battle there in the corner. Neither side relenting, but eventually comes free for Sklar. Sklar weaves his way in, fires one wide. And Hoffman couldn't quite reach it. Backhands it ahead to Ruslowitz. On the cutback. Ray Ruslowitz from the red line puts it in. And all the way around, Lee. Hayden Lee circles it to the near side, and then it's like Weiss there took a tumble with no one around, but he was helped out by his teammates in Neider and Remsen. Remsen got a stick on that pass attempt there, and now he brings it in offensively, trying to turn the corner on Haggerty. Remsen lost his glove in the process, trying to avoid that heavy shot there from his teammate, especially with his open hand, and the save was made by Calder as here's Neider. Neider centers in front off the stick of Calder. A couple more whacks. It slides right through the crease. Penalty upcoming. Through all of that, the net front play, and it looks like it's going to be against Haggerty. And for the second time tonight, Cameron Haggerty will sit. As the penalties have certainly picked up late in the first into the second. Although it looks like both he and Neider will be going. I think the ref just signaled 4-on-4 here. Although one team has 5, one team has 4. They're going to move the faceoff down into the KPC zone. So we get Haggerty for roughing. And roughing against Owen Neider as well, as there's some confusion here, and a lot of confusion from both sides. A lot of late changes being made. Right now, the only penalty up on the board is on KPC, and they got 2 in the box, so this actually does appear, after all that, to be a power play for Connetquot Sayville. Roughing against Haggerty. Roughing against Neider. Looks like they gave him 2 roughings, according to our official scorer here. And so that is where the power play comes from, as Herfel got hit hard by Ramirez. They both go down, and here's Pulis trying to dance through. Brieg back towards the goal. Save made. Once again, KPC trying to go to work offensively here, short-handed. It comes back out, though, and Danica Herfel will snap it on to Pulis. Returns it. She'll just play the head here, and Brieg will get it deep. And Remsen will get there along with Donnelly. Remsen trying to poke it towards the front. Brieg was all alone there, but good recovery by the T-Birds. Herfel on the pinch, trying to slide through Ramirez. And then Ramirez knocked Herfel down, and Ramirez is going to go. So that'll become 4-on-4 for 52 seconds. And then a power play for KPC. 10:27 left, second period, and the score has not changed since then. It's been a penalty-riddled second, though, here in the opening minutes. After the opening minutes of the first were littered with goals. Connetquot Sayville will just bring it back out, but that is onside. And back in comes KPC. Rocco trying to center. Intercepted that time. Stepping in the way of it was Christian Clemens. And here's Antoniou. 2 goals so far tonight. He flips that shot wide. 10 minutes left in the period. Puck gets reversed to the far side, and Zarnecki up the wall, waiting for Dexter. Held it in for a moment, and then Broxmeyer poked it out. And now Antoniou. Shot looked like it deflected out high and went wide. He got a lot on it. Final seconds of 4-on-4, and then a power play for KPC. They come back in. Shot never made it through. And now shorthanded up the ice comes Connetquot. Dumped in towards the goal to the near side. Played up the boards. This is Rocco on the cutback. Got the scoring started. Feels like a lifetime ago. Did Jake Rocco. Flip back door, and it hopped the stick of DeMundo, who's open there on the back post. And then his pass just out of the reach of Mason Zarnecki. Ramirez in the box for roughing. Zarnecki takes it behind. His pass got knocked down there for a moment. Chipped out towards the line and swept out by Broxmeyer. Mason Broxmeyer gets it deep. Backhanded towards the line. DeMundo gets a skate on it. Potential chance here from the slot. Rocco couldn't get a shot away. Ramirez out of the box. And we are back 2-5 aside. Shot from the outside, sticked away from Antico. He's making sure he gets the firm stick on that after that one goal from Hoffman. Popped off his stick and in. Now a puck dumped in here by Connetquot Sayville. Rather KPC. Connetquot Sayville will clear here. Does Dexter. Zarnecki waiting for that at the red line. DeMundo back in. Throws it cross corner. First one there will be Broxmeyer. Broxmeyer centers. Fall out by Cotter. His best save of the night. Stoning Jake Rocco there. Point blank in the slot. Keeps his team within striking distance here halfway through regulation. Makes another save from the corner. And Antoniou tried to make it stick. 3-on-2. As Schinkel turned around as he brings it in. Throws one on goal. It just trickled wide from distance. Antico got just enough of it. And it slid past that post. Now from a tough angle. Fired wide by Kotsonis. And it wraps all the way around. 1-on-1 up the ice here. Now on the cutback. Drop pass. A shot on from Sklar missed. Great little play there from Goldberg. Sklar right through the slot. Schinkel cuts back. He's pressured by Fielding. Had some help from Hoffman. Now it comes around to the near side. Some time for Kengott. And he goes cross ice with it. And here comes Connetquot Sayville. Slid in on goal. And Antico sticks it to the corner. Turnover. Kengott from the corner. Tries to steer it towards the front. Schinkel got in the way. And it's cleared back out. And potential numbers here for KPC. Sklar to the circle. He missed. He's had a few chances here in the second that have just missed on the glove side. Puck comes back out and charging right back in here is KPC. Shot on from Sklar, blocked in front. Donnelly, right place, right time. Held in by Henry Schinkel. Schinkel with room in the circle. Shot glove save by Grant Cotter. Makes a save there, and he had the save of the game so far right here a few minutes ago. Broxmeyer able to center to Rocco. Open in front. And just got that left arm on the puck. Under 2 minutes left here in the second period. My apologies. We had a slight issue with the mic there. Brady Campbell with you alongside Johnny Malizia. Final 100 seconds of this period. It's a 7-4 lead for Kings Park Commack. As Haggerty out of the box, Connetquot Sayville gets the kill, and now they go to work to try and get back into it. Down 3 once again in the final minutes. Back in those, Arnecki goes down. Helped out by Forcina. Forcina drops it to Pelk. Fumbled it a bit back out to the neutral zone. And Schinkel on it. It's the Middle Country parents put the posters up for senior night for both them and Connetquot Sayville varsity coming up next. Final minute here of the second. This is Pelk. Pelk off the glove of Martin. Now it's Hoffman. Hoffman brings it up the ice with speed. Hoffman, shot goes wide. It's played out by Neidert. Haggerty steps up, takes the puck, backhands it deep once again. This is Lee. Final rush here for KPC. Hayden Lee takes it wide, wrists one wide. Bounce off the end boards. Final 10 of the period. KPC looking for one more. Centering pass picked off by Hoffman. Back to the line. Neidert has to shoot. Lets one go. Kicked out at the buzzer by Noah Martin. Keeps his team within striking distance. We get one more look at that shot. Neidert had to hurry it. And did just that. I believe if it had gone in, it would have counted, but a huge save by Martin. One goal from each team. A little bit less of goal scoring in that second period. So it's a 3-goal game going to the third. Kings Park Commack trying to hang on. We'll see if they can next here on the LI Sports Network. Back for the third on the LI Sports Network. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Johnny Malizia on the camera. It's a 7-4 lead in this developmental matchup for Kings Park Commack over Connetquot Sayville, as they look for their 7th win of the season and looking to improve to 2 games over 500. Connetquot Sayville looking for a big-time third period comeback to try and get just win number 2 on the year. Here's Goldberg. Sweeps it across a bit behind Cullinan. Aiello pokes it towards the line. Aiello there, though, or rather, Neidert. Neidert drags and shoots wide. I'm not sure if Noah Martin saw it, but he didn't need to. Donnelly gave it away. Pelk turns. Pelk. Neidert trying to dance through. Gets his hands free and scores. Oh, and Neidert, what a shot there. 8-4, the biggest lead of the game for KPC here early in period number 3. Just rips that one blocker or glove side on Noah Martin. Neidert, Pulis having themselves a game tonight for KPC. And to Niu, had a great first period, 2 goals. It's been silenced for the most part since. Neither now at 2 goals. As Pulis looking for 4, and that one caught the stick of Martin. Donnelly hammers it around. And backhanded back out by Connetquot. Pass hops the stick of Schinkel. Donnelly sidesteps a hit from Pulis. Moved it on towards Utweiler, and it got by him. Brought right back in, though, by KPC. Dragging his way through a couple times. Pulis left it off. Rocco couldn't get a shot through. Tries to wrap it around, and it's in the goal. Rocco able to stuff it home. His second of the game. Makes it a 9-4 game. Couldn't tell from my vantage point. There's really no reaction. Of course, KPC the big enough lead, and Martin with a great effort to try and keep that one out. Could not quite get it done, though. Rocco, who scored the opening goal of the game, all the way back in the first period, has his second. Ruslewitz cuts to the circle. Ruslewitz has one, looking for another. Blocked down by Brieg, and then off to the corner. Orsina. Stepping up there at the half wall was Gasek. Shot blocked, turned and fired wide. It's Connetquot Sayville. Biggest deficit of the game currently, 5 goals, and trying to string something together here. A good shift there, but it is cleared. T-Birds team that will face Sachem. One of the more dominant teams here in the developmental division. They'll face them next. There's a shot here, just got blocked in front and trickles wide. On the 14th, that game will be at 6 p.m. To the slot, Gasek, and it hit someone in front and just went wide. KPC's next game on the 17th, 6:30 p.m. puck drop. That'll be against West Islip. Bermudez holds it in. Now it's Dexter from the high slot. Shot block comes right out to Gasek. Didn't get much on that one. Forsina the block. And it's brought back out by KPC. Bermudez trying to sidestep a checker, could not. KPC regrouping here. And Zarnecki looking for a path up the ice. Zarnecki over the line, the forehand, and knocked away. Broxmeyer backhands it down low. Shot on, and Martin has it. Somewhere in the padding. 10:52 left. DeMundo on the backhand, saved by Martin. Clemens will let Hoffman take it, and Hoffman, though, had it stripped by Pelk. Pelk comes back in, tried to leave it for DeMundo. Ashton Goldberg in there as well. Centered in front, Pelk all alone, and it was fought off by Martin. Noah Martin with a big save here. Just a one-on-one, just got a piece of it with the shoulder. Shot from Neidert, hit Pelk. Pelk turns, shoots, blocked in front by Hoffman. Neidert in the slot, looking for the hat trick. It goes in. And I believe it may have been the poke in front by Goldberg. Either way, we'll get another look at it. Either way, it makes it a 10-4 game. Hard to really tell there, but Goldberg reaching for it with the blade. We'll see who they give it to. Could be a hat trick for Niter. Could also be the second goal of the season for Goldberg, who's hustling after this one. Got a stick on it. Gets through to Dailoa. And now Pulis. Goldberg trying to give it back to him. Pelk steps through. Pelk goes to the line. They gave the goal to Charlie Remsen, so Pulis back in. Shot save made. Now another try. Sneaks in from Herfel. Danica Herfel on the board tonight. It's 11-4. Shot through a little bit of traffic. High glove. Martin picks it up a tad too late. Herfel's got her first of the game and second on the campaign. Snyder behind his own goal. Plays it ahead, and now Jake Rocco. Rocco to Schenkel. Schenkel flips one on, save Martin, and the rebound was just swept away at the last moment. Corsina, listed on the roster as a goalie, started one game this season. Unable to hold that puck in. Back in Neidert to the slot, curls, holds to the circle, shoots, and he scores! And that one will definitely give him the hat trick as he sneaks it through from a tough angle and make it a 12-4 game. Patience here from number 91 in maroon. Off the inside of that right pad of Martin. All KPC now. They're in cruise control here, up by 8 with 8.5 to play. Collision there just inside the line. Now Rocco's shot got muffled. Bouncing puck though. Martin able to smother it. Looks like we've hit running clock here with a big enough lead for KPC in this third period. Faceoff comes to the line. D to D pass. Zarnecki holds, winds, fires, and getting a piece of it was Martin. Zarnecki holds it in. Broxmeyer gets bumped. Drops it off. Now it's Antoniou. Give it away. Broxmeyer on. And getting it with the glove was Martin. It appears. Oh, no. They did restart the clock. It was stopped for a moment. Final half a period left. Here's Antoniou on a cold night here inside the rinks. Got the heater going up here. KPC with the clear. It gets by Remsen. And banked back down the ice. This is Zarnecki. Towards Remsen. Remsen blew a tire there. Goes past Kengot. And feathered in by Brendan Brieg. Flipped ahead, James Utweiler. Left it off for Dexter. And now it's passed on for Utweiler. Utweiler, bit behind Kengot. Remsen hustling in after. Gets locked up there alongside the CSY bench. Kengot trying to move it. Gains the red line. Ran into Brieg, though. Let's play back out towards Dexter. Dexter, look out. Take away. Remsen to the high slot. Leaves it for Brieg. Centers it. Return to Broxmeyer. His shot misses. A little passing, though, in close quarters from KPC, and now potential numbers here going the other way. Captain Antoniou from the line tries to drag through. We'll have to go get Rabbit in the corner, and almost some miscommunication there as to who was going to take it. And after all that, the one who does take it is Mason Zarnecki. Zarnecki flying in down the wing to the circle, shoots, and it's gloved and held by Martin. Five and a half left in the third period. If you're just joining us, it was a back and forth affair in the first. We saw 7 goals in the opening 6 minutes. KPC built up a 4-1 lead, and Connetquot Sayville got it close, and then from pretty much the second on, KPC hasn't really looked back. Sklar goes down. We'll play on here with under 5 minutes left. Centering pass fired wide. First period that saw 9 total goals. Second period only saw 2, 1 for each side. It's been 4 goals here in the third for KPC as they're looking to put a capper on their 7th win of the year. Pulis looking for his 4th goal. That one wide. Haggerty can't get through Herfel. Herfel moved to the head as she got bumped down by Ruslowitz. Also going down with Sklar. Meanwhile, it's Goldberg, shot blocked by Kotsonis. Sklar winding one up, popping around and into the glove of Martin. With 3.5 left. Faceoff will be to the right here of Noah Martin, who came in relief about halfway through. Neither off the draw has his shot gloved and held. Pelk will take the face-off. Comes towards the slot. A little move in traffic there, but now neither. This one just wide. Pelk coming back on it. Alex Pelk turns down to the corner. Donley all over him. Pelk trying to center, intercepted. Donley gets to it. Looking for a lane out instead. He's under pressure here from Pelk, who takes it back, then gave it away. Dailoa bumped by Neidert, and it stays in. Neidert holds it in again. Won a game for number 91. With all those goals in the first, he wasn't involved in many of them, but has really turned it on en route to helping KPC close out this victory with a hat trick of his own. May have had a 4th as well. Deflected down, no icing. Final 2 minutes of this third period. Broxmeyer, rather Neidert. Neidert to the circle. Double teamed. We'll just throw across ice. Schinkel. Schinkel gets knocked down to a knee behind the cage. Pelk dancing through traffic. What a goal, but he tucks the rebound home. Pelk gets one late. One more for KPC. What a save that was by Martin on the initial try. How about that stop? Unfortunately for him, nothing he could do about that second attempt. Ruslowitz had a beauty back in the second, looking to do it again. Couldn't get through. Final 60 seconds of this one. Katsonis on the takeaway, coming back in by himself. Has to go and grab it in the corner. Zarnecki flips it out. It's deflected back in by Ramirez. Final half minute. Rocco, potential 2-on-1 here. Rocco gonna try and turn it into a breakaway. Inside out move, stays with it, throws it on, kicked out by Martin. He was almost not ready for that shot, but he made a nice save. Final 10. Zarnecki down to the corner. Rocco sitting on 2 goals. Potentially would like more. It doesn't look like he'll get it, but he will get the win. 13-4 the final tonight. KPC takes down Connetquot Sayville. Back and forth affair in the first, but from the second period on, they did not look back, as they improved to 7-5 on the season. And we'll look to keep that rolling against West Islip next week. Connetquot Sayville drops to 1-12. They got a tough test against Sachem coming up next week as well. We got varsity action on the way next. Middle Country against Connetquot Sayville. Senior night for both teams. That'll do it for our coverage here of this developmental matchup. Thank you so much for tuning in. For everyone here at LISN, Johnny Malizia on the camera. I'm Brady Campbell. Signing off, the final score, the Kings Park Commack Knights 13 and the Connetquot Sayville Thunderbirds 4. You've been tuned into the Suffolk County High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network.